Hello, hello. All right, welcome into Meditation Monday. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. I think that I am going to start doing this every Monday at 11:11 a.m. So I'd love to have you follow me here and pop that into your schedule. Also, we're doing some love readings these days. So we do have Valentine's Day coming up. So feel free to book in a love reading. We have two options. One will get sent over to your email. The other one is one-on-one. And also, I did a little podcast last night streaming over Facebook, talking about what we can expect for this week. So you can watch the replay either underneath my YouTube channel or Facebook. So that's another thing that I'm offering now is that live weekly energy over on Facebook. So I'm creating this little schedule here, okay? So today we're doing a meditation, as I've already shared. So last week, you can watch the replay from that as well, where we did some healing combined with the meditation. And so I'm going to trust that we get exactly what we need. And also, if you want to get on the list for a reading, there are three options. So mediumship is 35, a regular reading, which we would call a psychic reading, is 30, and then a mini is 16. So that's all through my bio. So again, if you want to get on the list for that, we can do that. I'm also going to be coming back on after lunch. Hey Wesley, I'm going to write your name down here. And I'm going to be doing the February readings for all astrological signs. So what we'll do is live, again, we'll open up to doing some readings in that as well. But we'll see what sign you are, and then we'll tune into that, okay? So as a subscriber, as you guys know, you always get a free reading here, which is amazing. And also, one of the things that I'm doing tonight as a little perk for being a subscriber on TikTok or a member of my membership through horsemanreadings.com is we're going to do free group readings, yay, over Zoom. So if you click my bio, you'll see the sign up for that. And so it's absolutely free. You're already paying a monthly fee through TikTok, and you're also paying a monthly fee through my website if you're a member. So either of those work. It's just a way to show my appreciation and a way to connect with our community. Okay, so we'll be really going into where the energy is for the week, probably February, and seeing where the themes are for that. Okay, so that's all I want to talk about. For now, I have more to say, but when I come back on after lunch, we'll talk about that because we want to make sure we get our meditation in. Again, if you want to get on the list for a reading, you can do that now. We've got Wesley here as well, being a subscriber, so he's on the list. And so we'll start with the meditation, then we'll open up to our readings. And again, I'll be back on after lunch. And so when I say after lunch, it'll be at 1:11, okay, Atlantic Standard Time, which is close to 2 hours from now. So let's start by taking a deep breath. Thank you so much for the follows, guys. Right away, I'm getting it's so important. Well, if you said subscribed, it would say moved beside your name. So just so you know, if you want to know how to subscribe, you click the star in the corner here. Also, if you see my link tree in my bio, you'll also have you'll find like subscribe to Horseman Readings TikTok as well. And then if you're a member in the membership group, I have a list of all the members in there as well. And so that's only $11.11 to join us. So it's just a huge perk to be a part of anyway. You'll see our membership only weekly energy reading. I'm about to do the new moon reading for that as well. If you want to purchase a candle for our new moon ceremony live here on TikTok, that's going to be Thursday night at 8:30. And that'll be right after our free Theta Healing group reading that we're going to do as well. I'm changing it so that when I go to do just like doing our meditation Monday, I'm going to do Theta Healing Thursday. That's for anyone. You don't need to be a subscriber. I realize that I don't have enough subscribers to make it a subscriber only event, and it's very valuable. So I'd rather have more people get the perks of the Theta Healing than not have people there when I'm carving up that time, okay? So now we have Meditation Monday at 11:11 a.m. And then I'm going to be back on today at 1:11, and then Thursday at 7:15 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time, we're going to be doing our Theta Healing group readings, followed by our candle ceremony. So that's what's up for this week. Again, weekly energies up underneath my YouTube, as well for our members. It's in our membership group, okay? So welcome in. All right, so Tink, we're also going to put you in here. So we have, thank you very much. We have Wesley and Tink. So this is an opportunity for you guys to just receive here, okay? I am going to toss the replay of this up underneath YouTube, so if you're coming in and coming out, maybe you're busy working or multitasking at the same time, you can catch this as well, okay? So as we take a deep breath, maybe closing your eyes. Maybe you had a busy weekend, maybe you're feeling a little groggy today. And again, if you're just hopping on here, Tink, our free readings are over in Zoom tonight for all subscribers and members in my membership group. So make sure you sign up for that as well. So just dropping your shoulders here. Maybe you've been worrying a little bit about, we'll just say, like your weight or, your energy, whatever it is. Maybe again something happened to you this morning or on the weekend. And so what a great way to start our Monday off with cleansing from whatever's already happened. And so my invitation would be absolutely do this every day. Repeat this meditation daily. But we can go into past a little bit here, or we can go into future. And so I'm feeling called, where this is Monday, to set an intention for our week. So thinking about, again, some things that you don't want, maybe, you can recognize this in your mind. What, like, was there a person that came into your energy this weekend that you're a little off about? Is there, people you'd like to be spending more time with or sharing your gifts with? Maybe it's business related, could be anything. And so just by recognizing what you're clearing out, we can start focusing a bit more on our intention for our week. And so just taking a moment here, maybe placing your hand on your sacral chakra and maybe creating a line in your spine and opening up that heart center. Thank you, Honeybird. And just following along here with your breath, maybe holding your breath in, and on the exhale, really pushing the belly out. Let it all go. Then pulling the energy back in, sucking in the gut, holding the breath here, and then exhaling, let it all go. And so not only are we cleansing and relaxing here by drawing all the energy in, we're also creating a little bit of space in our minds and even in our physical bodies. So drawing all the energy in again. And then slowly letting that out. I'm just even reflecting a moment here. Hello, Louise. Reflecting here. So Louise, I believe I have you signed up for tonight's free Zoom readings. So thank you so much for being here. So as we reflect in how we're feeling, so I'll add you on the list now for a reading after a meditation here. Just reflecting in, does that shift anything for you guys? Are you able to witness what it feels like to really cleanse and to really let go? Or is that impossible for you to do? And so this is just more mindfulness and awareness. And letting that go. And as we focus more on our toes now, on our feet, maybe you can stomp your feet or you can tap your feet. And just notice any chatter that's in your mind right now. If you're buzzing around. And sometimes when we do meditations, we'll get downloads as well, which are intuitive I call them intuitive hits. We get messages, right? Especially when we're sensitive or we're creative or clairvoyant, clairaudient, maybe you're an empath. And so what will happen here in a meditation is, in some ways you might have internal chatter. So tapping the feet, those toes, really coming into the lower part of our body. I like to take a crystal sometimes and actually put the crystal in between my feet, just as a way to say, okay, hey, bring more energy down here to earth me, to ground me, for me to get out of my head, because we love to think, don't we? And so what will happen is there'll be a couple of things that will happen. You'll start to get internal chatter, which is why a pen and a journal is so wonderful. So we can let out those thoughts. But again, we can connect to the physical body. We can work with crystals. So we have a couple different ways. We could journal, which I love to do, more of a meditative writing experience, which is where I get probably 90% of my ideas, because I'm able to release it without actually having to talk about it. But then there's that physical healing component that we can do when we're starting to really like get into a negative space. And so, yes, tapping the feet, working with a crystal, sure, that works. But lighting something as well for scent, for something physical. So one of the things I've been doing before coming on here is I do my own grounding exercise, working with energies. Been lighting cinnamon. Because for me, this week I am setting myself up to have more scheduled readings, to feel more disciplined, to feel more calm and patient. That's my intention. So I'm lighting my cinnamon as well, just to remind myself, okay, vitality, healing, abundance, creativity, all of the things, right? So I like to use a little bit of aromatherapy, working with my herbs and things like that to help me ground and calm. And so any type of tool that you can use here to bring in whatever you're looking to attract is fabulous. So there's a couple components with our meditation. It's the breath. It's the mindfulness and awareness of our thoughts. And then it's also that connection to our feet, and noticing if we have too much energy going on in that heart, if we have too much going on in the shoulders, where are we carrying that energy? And so feel free to reflect and become aware of where you're holding this heaviness or this energy. So Caleb, at 11 a.m. every Monday, we're starting to do some meditation, which, if you guys know me, anytime I do a reading, I offer healing, meditation, and healing. So as we locate this area, where are you feeling the most energy or the most heaviness? I'm going to go with an overactive chakra. Something's out of balance. And just placing your hand on that area of your body. And this is where, if you have Reiki healing training, it's a great time to call that energy in and clear it. So you would be taking it and pulling it. If you do crystal healing, you can take the energy and create a little bit of, I'm getting like movement in that area of your body, right? And so just by becoming aware and finding that breath, we can already start to move it. So maybe sending a purple light to that area of your body as you breathe, shifting all the energy into that area of the body. And using breath as a form to detox and cycle here. So every time you breathe, on your exhale, seeing anything that's stuck in your body being removed. And so now we're starting to use a tool called visualization, right? Offering healing by creating our thoughts and visions with positive intentions, right? So are you noticing that the energy has shifted in that area of your body? Are you feeling any type of warmth? What's the body temperature like? And feel free to share. Meditation does not have to be like quiet. And if anything, that's something I've learned in my practice, is that we've got a billion different styles of meditation. You might like to knit, you might like to walk along the beach, and these are all forms of meditation. And so we get really fixated on meditation being stillness and quiet. And that's not always the case for everybody. And in fact, if we're striving to be quiet and shut off, this could be actually create more negativity than it can positivity. And so when I hear people say, I can't meditate or I don't meditate, hi Scott, I am well, thank you. This is just because you haven't figured out what works best for you yet, right? And so in my membership group as well, we have an entire meditation program. So really great for people beginning. We also have a mindfulness program. And if you're local or within the Maritimes and you want to travel, I have 2 events coming up, and that's not until July, but I'm getting a head start because I'd like to fill that up in my new healing space, my new retreat space, which is just outside of Moncton, New Brunswick. I am doing a mindfulness retreat, and so that's July 6th, and the new moon is July 5th, which is a perfect time for us to bring in the new, right? So we'll be working with we'll be doing like a candle ceremony, etc., etc. But one of the things I decided to create was the Friday night before our retreat, we're going to do more of a new moon healing night with wine and cheese. So it's a bit more of a social get together where we're going to do a new moon ceremony, we're going to have a campfire, that sort of thing. And the weather's probably going to be gorgeous that time of year, and we're out in nature. So I thought, anybody that wants to come up for the weekend, you can come up Friday night, do the wine and cheese, have a little social opportunity, and get comfortable with some of the people that might also be coming to the following day retreat. And so it's $100 for Friday night, and it's $100 for Saturday night or Saturday. And so we'll be starting up at 10:30 a.m. on Saturday, and we finish at like 8:15 p.m. Friday night. And so you can come to either one if you would like. But I think that will be really nice. We're gonna do some like soup and salad for our lunch, and some snacks, and just connect with nature. Like, we're gonna be doing more mindfulness healing, and we're going to be doing some intuitive painting just to kind of explore how we can also use creativity as a way to channel our energy and raise our vibration, just like when we go for a nature walk, right? So I felt like sharing that, because if you are able to come spend the night. Not at my place, we're not there yet to do that. That's something that we're planning in the future. But there's lots of places you can stay locally, and again, you can come for just the day or come for just that night or whatever you want to do. Okay, so that's all available now. There's only enough spots for 6 people on the Saturday and 9 people on the Friday. So you just need to put a deposit down for that. So let me know, how does that feel? Have you noticed a little shift? Has that created more awareness to you in terms of like how we can just use breath and more physical connection and visualization? Nice to see you again. So I'll be coming back on in, well, it's 11:38 back at 111 as well. So I'm going to be doing astrological sign readings for February. If you want to get on the list now to get a reading, you can click that in my bio. And if you're a subscriber, then we're going to work on you right now. So we're going to start with Wesley, then we're going to move into Tink. I believe she changed her name, so I'm calling you Tink anyway. And then we have Louise and Caleb. So Wesley, are you here? And we're going to start with you. And so I'm going to use channeled writing going into meditation and see what message comes up for you, okay? If you have a question, you can also ask that. Okay. He needs to dive more. That's what I got. Do you like to, when I get the word dive, is it literally, do you like to swim? Do you like to explore in water? Um, because this could also be an analogy for someone who is in need to go a little bit deeper, um, and have a little bit more control over where they want to go and getting there a little faster, right? So feel free to buy a candle as well, Wesley, for our new moon ceremony on Thursday night. So if you can't make the live, then the replay underneath YouTube will still offer you all of that healing, and each candle is a representation of a person and your manifestation. So definitely I'm getting for you, regardless, when we're dealing with, well, I'm hearing work-life balance for sure. I do not dive, but like spending time at the ocean. Okay. Oh yeah, name change again. Okay. Um, yeah, work-life balance for sure, because when I think about someone who goes diving and exploring the ocean, um, obviously there are sharks there, which isn't ideal for a lot of people. But I obviously get this dive. He needs to dive more. It's outside of work, those passions, right? Because when we're feeding our passions outside of work, then when we get back into work, we feel more recharged. So I'm not going to go too much deeper into that because I feel like this is something you could journal or meditate on, where today we're doing Meditation Monday, so it kind of keeps our topic going. So yeah, play with that a little bit. So thank you so much for being here as a subscriber. Guys, if you want to subscribe, you just click the star in the corner, plus our free readings tonight are underneath Zoom for all subscribers and members in my membership group. All right. So, Tink, perfectly imperfect. I like that. Do you have a question? We're going to do the same thing for you. Okay, so, and I'm going to be super open and honest and vulnerable these days because that's kind of part of where I'm moving. I'm starting to let go of a lot of fear of not just what other people think, but stepping outside of my comfort zone for sure with work. So, I wrote down for you, she keeps charging. I have too many ideas, or I don't know. She keeps charging less, question mark, question mark. Okay, so to let me know if this makes any sense to you. Again, you're seeing how it's all signs and symbols and how we have to break it down. So to me, I feel like I think about somebody who is working on not undervaluing themselves. Because sometimes we can have an unhealthy pattern or habit of undervaluing ourselves to think by thinking that's going to get us ahead, right? And sometimes less is more, but sometimes more is more. So in your scenario, I would really reevaluate right now with money and work and things like that, you know, what you feel like you're worth. Like with my mediumship readings, when my mentor said, and she's been doing this for a long time, for me to, hello Louise, for me to charge $200. What am I charging right now? $70, right? So, you know, we have someone that's giving us great information and we're still going under that, right? Because it's our comfort zone. So working on how you value yourself, work and money, and finance right now will be really, really helpful for you, okay? And also, we talked about you possibly being a moderator for me, and so you can book in a free call if you want to arrange that, okay? But yeah, something to play with a little bit more. I have love readings as well happening right now, so you can get a love reading for $20, have that video sent over to your email, or you can also get a full session with me, which I don't even offer right now, for not a lot of money. So we can focus on love in general, love, passion. That's what I call it, a love and passion reading. So it doesn't necessarily have to be about love, because you can love your passions and business and things like that too, right? Love in general. Yes, been meaning to do that. Okay. So thank you so much for being here. We'd love to see everybody at 8:15 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time tonight over on Zoom. Again, if you're a paid subscriber or paid member, it's perfect because we're creating a community that's more intimate. And then the replay is going to be up for our VIP members as well, so people can take advantage of the shared messages and energy there. You're welcome. So, Louise, are you here? Thank you for the likes and taps, guys. Yes, literally everything. Like if you want to sign up to come to my retreat for July 5th, July 6th, and get a spot. I just created it, and so I'm looking to have that fill up ASAP. And then I also have a full moon retreat. Again, if you're local or in and around the Maritimes, whatever, however you, depending on how far you want to travel for these things. I'm going to have a full moon retreat coming up in July as well. So I'm going to be creating that too. So I really would like to have, people getting back in touch with their creative side and their connection and all of that. Because I think we've just been through a lot with COVID, and I think it's time to start focusing more on gratitude and group energy and things like that. So I'm just getting back into my yoga. Yoga is also Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. It's yoga for the brain. You do not need to know how to do yoga to come. Okay. So let's see what comes through here for Louise. How many hours? If you're talking about Louise, if you're talking about are you talking about the retreat? Because any information that you would need about anything right now is underneath my link tree. But also I do free 30-minute calls if you have questions. Okay, how many hours is the Zoom meeting? I have it scheduled from 8:15 to 9:15 p.m. So if we don't have a lot of people in there, right now I have 3 people signed up. I just ask that if you're signed up that you come, otherwise let me know, because again, that can change the game, right? Because it's free and it's by time. No, the one I signed up to. Yes. 8:15 to 9:15. So I'm getting a little pressure for you. It's because I'm in a different time zone. Okay. No problem. I think almost everybody is that I work with. Okay. So your message was you need to care more. Okay. Question mark, question mark. And so this to me is someone who is like almost saying this to themselves. Like you need to do more, you need to put more time in, you need to put a lot more effort in. So this is like an external voice outside of you, it feels like. So just so you guys know, I'm in Moncton, New Brunswick. Okay. Canada. So it's Atlantic Standard Time. So a lot of people are on Eastern Standard Time, right, which is 1 hour before. So it's 11:47 a.m. here. So 11:11 is when I'm going to be coming on for the meditation. 1:11 I'm coming back on, and we're going to be doing some readings. And then Thursday night, 7:15 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time is our Theta Healing downloads for everyone. And then, and so that's going to be not just for subscribers, that'll be for everybody. So make sure you join us. And then 8:30 p.m. on Thursday is our candle ceremony. The replay will be up under YouTube. And the replay from today will also be underneath YouTube. Hello, welcome in. Yes. So yeah, pressure, Louise. This is just important because it's external chatter, but it's internal chatter. It's going both directions. So when we judge ourselves, we're setting ourselves up for other people to judge us. So when we're like, oh, see, I knew that person was going to think that way about me, or I knew that they would do that to me, but you also are doing that to yourself. So when we go and judge ourselves like, oh, you're so fat, like you're ugly, by the way, if you're saying anything like that to yourself, watch my video, Self-Love Part 1 Mirror Work. It is amazing. It's really helpful to get you into that positive vibration towards yourself, and it'll help you see more of where you are judging. But yeah, if you're doing that, saying those negative things, and then all of a sudden somebody makes a comment about like your appearance, we'll just say, and then you'll be like, yep, it's true. See, this is why I'm this way. But it's because you're thinking and saying those things to and about yourself, right? So there's a lot to that. So that's why today, again, we're working on mindfulness. My retreat is called Mindfulness. We've got lots of training and stuff like that. We do a lot of this work in my yoga classes too, just to help us. And again, we'll be talking about that tonight in our free readings over Zoom. Hello, welcome in. So I hope you found that helpful. Thank you so much. You're a big part of this community, so I appreciate you being here. And guys, if you want to get into our free readings tonight, just come and subscribe. Get a free reading every time I'm live, plus you'll be able to attend that. Also, you're welcome. Nobody is allowed to inbox me, period. It doesn't matter if you're on Facebook, Instagram, anywhere, okay, guys? I have free calls and you can email me, and that's how I work, because it's just so hard to organize and keep track. And if you want to book, just please book through horsemanreadings.com. Use my link tree. That'll be most helpful, because if you're working in the public and online, it's really, really challenging to be able to manage, especially if it's just about like random stuff, right? So I'm running a business, so it's just important that we keep it organized. Just like if you had a counseling session with somebody, would you start texting them, right? No, you wouldn't. You probably wouldn't, because they'd put you in your place pretty fast and say, I'm charging for my time, and also I have boundaries, and we have appointments for this, right? So I just needed to share that, because there are some people that don't understand that, I feel, and I attempt to let them know, but I'm re-letting you guys know. Same thing if you're underneath Facebook and you're getting like a Facebook request. It's not me. If I'm your friend on Facebook, then you'll see me, and I'm doing like lives and stuff. Whereas if you're getting a friend request, especially me inboxing you, I'm also, the only time I'm going to inbox you would be if I said that I was going to, or we were talking about something specific. I'm never going to randomly inbox you, okay? And so I'm keeping everything outside of inboxing right now, for that reason, that there are people that scam and take advantage of people. All right, so K-Love, are you here? Needed to share that, because again, I don't think people understand that. Hello. Okay, so if you have a question, you can ask it as well. Okay, so I wrote down for you, he isn't careful. He isn't careful. And so I think that sometimes we're putting our energy into other people or other things or other stuff rather than back into ourselves. This is the message I get here. And you might be able to understand this message a little bit better as well. So do you feel like you're taking on other people's energies, or putting more time and energy into others versus yourself? Because we were kind of talking about judging ourselves, right? But then we can also be on the other spectrum, where we're fixating on what other people are doing. And healers have a big tendency to want to help other people, but then also everybody has free will and choice, and they have to make their own decisions. So we don't want to take anybody's power or energy away from them, right? So if we think that we need to fix someone, it can also start to become more of like an ego thing, where we're attaching ourselves to somebody's outcome, even if it's coming from good intention. So if you haven't watched my cord cutting underneath my profile here as well, you might want to listen to that. Or underneath my YouTube, I have another video with like for cord cutting, where I have, and in the description, like more links to more cord cutting, and I will be doing a part 2 for that as well. So yes, I would pay attention to that. So that's the thing, is there might not be a he. This is how I read energy, and I'm just showing you guys how when I get messages, all the work I have to do behind the scenes in the energy to even decode this stuff that's very beautiful and healing, but that's where all the learning and all the work comes in. So I'm just sharing with you, when I do a channeled message through writing, that we have to then interpret it and understand the healing underneath it. So I'm being shown or given things that are related to you that I have to understand. And there are other times where I'll get a message where I have zero comprehension, and when I share it, it's meant for you to understand, not for me to understand. And even I think that in itself is a perfect example of how if I tried to make sure that you understood that message, I would probably be getting my ego in the way and attaching myself to like the work that you need to do, which is actually your message, right? So don't worry if you're starting to do your own healings. If somebody doesn't understand something or you don't understand something, sometimes when we're getting intuitive messages, just like in our journal, just like a dream, right? Like it doesn't make any sense. And then later something happens and you're like, oh, okay. So we could use this as a perfect example of how there could be someone coming into your energy field, right? That you're wanting to do this like to, or you're acting this way around in future, right? So regardless, I know that this is mainly just when you go into the Akashic records, you make the statement, please let go of my, or I now let go of my ego and all judgment in this space. So I keep feeling like the Akashic records would be good for you, even if you come in for the month. But tonight, Heather, if you're in here, we're doing free readings under Zoom at 8:15 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time, Moncton, New Brunswick time. So feel free to sign up for that as well. Thank you, Mindful Minute. So we're doing some channeled writing messages. So if you have a question, feel free to ask that. You guys can never not, like you can always ask a question if you're a subscriber, just so you know. So it's just when we call upon you, or when you're hopping on, just ask that question right away, because I might already give you a message before you had a chance. Okay, so making sure that if you do have a question, as soon as you hop on, just share the question. Okay, because obviously when we're talking back and forth like this, it's not the same. But I'm looking forward to our Zoom call tonight, because we can see faces, we can have interaction that way. And so some people want that, some people don't, but at least it gives you the opportunity. So the Mindful Minute. All right, so confidence is coming up right away for you. I think you're valuing yourself in a way right now that's really, really positive. I'm seeing you stepping into the light more and shining a little bit brighter. So whatever you've been doing is working. It really feels like you're dealing with what you need to deal with, which is great. I don't hear that all the time, and it's working. It's benefiting you. So I'm not sure if you're seeing or feeling a lot better. Let me know if that makes sense. But I feel like you're in a good place, even if you don't feel that way right now. But okay, good. And I feel like it's just things are going to manifest for you really, really fast. So just be aware of that. And if you want to buy a candle for our new moon ceremony Thursday night for 8:30 p.m. If you can't make it live, that's okay. You can watch the replay underneath YouTube, but make sure you share your manifestation when you purchase your candle. Otherwise, I choose for you, okay? And that's something I'm doing now on the monthly, and there's also one for the full moon as well, if you want to get in on that. So there you go, guys. I think we completed everybody. I don't see any new subscribers. I wanted to take off around 12. I'm going to do my best to be punctual these days with my schedule. So I'm going to be coming back on 1:11 today, which is in like an hour and 14 minutes or something like that. So we're going to be doing some astrological February readings. So if you want to share your sign, we're going to be going in and reading the energy of those signs. We'll be open to paid readings. So if you want to get on the list for a paid reading now, you can do that, and we'll start with that. Okay, we'll also be doing some free readings in there too, so don't stress. Okay, thank you guys so much. Take care. Bye for now.